guys, Mike Burke here with InsideRealEstatePhotography.com. And where are we going, buddy?
Upstate.
Yes, we're going up to Upstate New York. We got an opportunity to shoot an Airbnb up there, so the family's coming with me, and we're gonna spend a few days up there. And also, you know, while I'm there, shoot this Airbnb. We're gonna do some photos, video, drone, and stuff like that. So, yeah, come along with us and check it out. Hey, Owen, how you doing? Is it taking a long time to get there?
Yeah.
How long?
Like 55 minutes.
55 minutes, that's it?
No. Wait, I think we...
How long was the whole trip?
2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah, almost 3 hours. So we've been in the car for like almost 2 hours. We got like almost 1 hour left to go to get there. And then as soon as we get there, I gotta shoot the place before we move into it and mess it up. So while it's nice, neat, and clean, I gotta take pictures. You and Mommy are gonna go find something to do, right? And you're getting Chick-fil-A. You excited? Chick-fil-A for lunch? For Owen? Not for me.
Why?
Just for Owen. Before we continue on with this video, I just want to share a quick word about our sponsor, PixelMob. Are you looking for a professional real estate photo editor to help lighten your workload? Are you having a hard time finding a good and reliable editor, or don't even know where to look for one? Or maybe you just personally struggle with editing and can't seem to achieve the professional end result that you've been looking for? If any of this sounds like you should definitely check out PixelMob. PixelMob helps take the guesswork out of finding a reputable editor and connects you with the right people to do the job. PixelMob is an awesome website that links you up with available editors capable of doing just about any sort of real estate photo editing you can imagine, including HDR blending, flambient, virtual staging, object removal, etc. The best part of all is that PixelMob vets all the editors prior to allowing them onto their platform to ensure that they can indeed deliver on what they say they can. I also really like that there's a peer review system where photographers can rate the editors from 1 to 5 stars, giving you further tools and helping you choose the best editor to work with for your particular job. The editor also does not get paid until you are satisfied with your order. If you've ever been in the search for an editor and tried a few out, then you know full well there's been such a sore need for something like PixelMob in our industry, and I really think a lot of us real estate photographers can benefit from this service. It's completely free to sign up, and if you use my link pixelmob.com/IREP, you will receive $5 in credit towards your first order, so there's no reason to at least not give it a try. You'll also find that link down in the description of this video. Pretty cool space. Alright, so I'm on the video now. Everything's going good so far. I haven't been able to film too much, I'm sorry, just because they're here helping me stage things and all that, so it's tough, but so far so good. Owen, how's that French toast? Is it the biggest piece of French toast you've ever seen in your life? It's crazy, huh? Hey guys, all right, it's day 2 here at this Airbnb. I got here around maybe 1 p.m. yesterday, and I was really hoping to shoot everything inside, get the inside completely done yesterday before, you know, we came in and slept in here and, you know, sort of shuffled things around and moved stuff in here or whatever. But unfortunately, that wasn't a reality. As I sort of mentioned yesterday, that, you know, I got here, the pictures took a lot longer than I thought. I started with the photos. It took, I think it was 2.5 hours maybe to do the photos, which is kind of crazy, you know, in this size house. You know, normally I could do that in maybe an hour and a half, being that it's an Airbnb and I'm getting more detailed shots. It's fun shooting these Airbnbs though, I have to say, and this is really cool. I'm sure you've gotten a little bit of a feel for it. It's like really well decorated, really well put together, you know, very artistically done. So it's a cool space to shoot. You know, it's a cool place to stay in too. I'm enjoying it. Unfortunately, so yeah, the photos took too long, and then I tried to do video and Matterport of this first floor, and I did do that just to get that done, so like people can just be on this first floor and it not really matter that things were getting messed up. And then there's a second and third floor, so those floors would be left alone. And then she had some people come in and we did like a sort of lifestyle shoot, you know, kind of thing. I think that went okay. It wasn't quite as good as I hoped it would be. I gotta look at the pictures and see how it went, but it was okay. So with all that said, I do have a bit more shooting to do here today, mainly video on the second and third floor. I had to do some Matterport as well. I don't like breaking up the Matterport, but it should have no problem picking up where I left off. So I have to do that, and I haven't done anything on the outside yet. So I'm here for another couple days. It's been a little overcast, so hasn't been too good for that yet, but I'm hoping the sun will come out in the next couple days so I can do drone and exterior shots. So one thing I forgot is that I have to do a floor plan. So I'm gonna bust out Cubicasa and do a floor plan real quick. Cubicasa's great, so it should only take me 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm gonna do that now. So I finished all the main video shots, but now I threw on the 90mm macro lens. So it's 90mm prime. I'm not doing any macro shots really, but I bought it a while ago when I used to do a decent amount of weddings for like ring shots and stuff like that for macro shots. But you know, it's great for these video detail shots, tight shots. This house has a lot of cool details, so I really want to capture a lot of those to give the video some, you know, richness and show off some of the cool details of this house. So I do it for most videos I shoot now. I throw this on, at least if the house has, you know, if the house warrants it, I guess you could say. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely something I, you know, recommend doing, because it just gives your video a whole another level of production value, I guess you could say. You know, I get some pretty cool detail shots with 35, but 90, you know, that's more than double. So it's even cooler looking, and you know, just it's a cool look. So yeah, so something to think about for your own videos. Good morning, it's day 3 here. So I finished everything inside yesterday, so that's all done. Videos, photo, Matterport, floor plans, all done. Today, I am trying to get some town photos. They want some pictures of some local shops and, you know, features around town, which is kind of common for Airbnb. So I'm gonna try to get out and do that. The weather is not really cooperating. It hasn't been that great. So tomorrow I'm leaving, and that's looks like the only day the sun's gonna come out, so I have a lot to do as far as outdoor stuff tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get the shops done today, even though it's not the nicest out. But we're right near the river here, so I wanna get beautiful shots of that, so I wanna make sure the sun's out for that. So that's definitely priority number 1 for tomorrow. Yeah, so most people charge more for Airbnbs, and this is why, because it's just more involved usually. It involves usually, you know, town shots, more detailed shots, just a more involved shoot. So, and also of course the usage rights, they're using these photos over and over and over again to get more and more bookings over, you know, a period of years, unlike a real estate listing where it's just, you know, for one shot deal to list and sell the house. So you know, you got to take that into consideration when pricing Airbnb shoots, just something in case you haven't done any yet, just something to keep in mind. So it's been a bit of a juggling act, just trying to enjoy my time here with my family while also working and shooting. But, you know, hey, it's a free vacation, so I can't complain. It's a free getaway for, you know, a few days. So, you know, it's fun and I've been enjoying it. And I have to say, you know, that this house being what it is, it's such a cool house to shoot. So, you know, I love what I do. So it's fun for me to do it. So, all right, so we're gonna have some breakfast, head out on the town, hopefully get some shots today, like I said, of shops and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll take you along with me and try to get some shots along the way. What are we doing?
We're going to take a walk.
Yeah, taking a walk, take pictures of some buildings, some stores, some local shops.
Yeah, and can we get ice cream?
I'll get ice cream.
Yeah, can we see ice cream?
I'm just bringing my handheld camera. I'm just gonna shoot like single frames because that's easier. And I don't need brackets and a tripod for this. My wife and my son ditched me for ice cream. I don't blame them. I had to do a bit of walking, but I have finished photos, so can't complain. Walking back to our house, and the rest of the day I'm gonna just enjoy. And it's pretty early in the day, so good stuff. See your moves. See your moves. Those are your moves?
Yeah.
For some dinner?
Yes, and I'm gonna order the chicken fish
Alright. Good morning, everyone. This is our last day here, and we're just gonna have some breakfast, get things together. I gotta do some outside stuff. I gotta do drone. I'm trying to take an outside photo of the house, which is that house right here. And of course, like the only car on the street is like parked right in front of the house. It kills me, it kills me. I wish I could move it somehow, but I might not get a better opportunity. We got the sun hitting it perfectly right now. It's like perfect time to do it. It's a busy street and I was hoping that there wouldn't be any cars, but lo and behold, there is a car, and I don't know. It is what it is. All right, so I did the drone. As you saw, that kind of saved me with that car out front. I was able to get some decent photos, I think, with the drone, so that really helped out in this situation. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had a really good shot of the front with that car parked there. But it's a busy street, so there's always cars out there, so I wasn't expecting it to ever be clear, but it was clear this morning, all except for that one car, which was kind of frustrating. Anyway, the drone went well. The sun's sort of in and out. There's a decent amount of clouds, so it was kind of battling that, just kind of like waiting for the sun to come out at the right times, like just hovering there with the drone so I can get my shots. But I think I got some good shots. The clouds do look kind of epic anyway, so it was kind of cool, but it would have been better if the sun was a little bit more consistent, like out. So, but you know, it went well. we're just gonna gather our things here and hit the road. I got a 3-hour drive back home. Tomorrow's Monday. I got a jam-packed day of real estate photography from like 9 a.m. through 6:30 p.m. I got like 7 or 8 shoots tomorrow. There was a lot of rain last week, so a lot of things pushed off to the beginning of this week, and I was away these past couple days, which was hard to sort of navigate and schedule, but we made it work. But I got a jam-packed day tomorrow and the next couple of days actually, so it's springtime, things are busy. Very grateful for that, I can't complain, but you know, things are busy. All right guys, thanks so much for coming along with me on this Airbnb shoot. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I'll see you again soon on the next one.